On the news today, President Tinubu welcomes new France-Nigeria business deals. And on the foreign scene, Ghana to evacuate 300 citizens from South Africa over protests. Cruise ship passengers begin leaving isolation after hantavirus scare. And in sport, Nigeria tops medal table at African Cycling Championships. We're glad to have you join us. This is the news update at 12 on Dominion Television, Ibadan. I'm Anuluakpo Idowu. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has welcomed the outcome of the 10th France-Nigeria Business Council meeting held during the Africa Forward Summit in Nairobi, saying Nigeria and France are shifting focus toward implementing business agreements and investment plans. According to the State House statement, trade between Nigeria and France reached $4.7 billion in 2025, with Nigeria remaining the top destination for French investments in sub-Saharan Africa. The president also welcomed the new agreement between Accor and Shoreline Group to establish Nigeria's first national hotel platform, describing it as the type of investment partnership the country needs. The federal government has said it will pay 8 billion naira in outstanding obligations to Nigerian students under the discontinued bilateral education agreement scholarship scheme. Minister of Education Tunji Alausa disclosed that 4 billion naira has already been released, while the balance is expected to be approved within 2 weeks. He described the scholarship scheme as heavily abused and riddled with fraud, noting that it had deviated from its original purpose of training students in specialized fields such as engineering and medicine. Alausa reviewed that part of the abuse included plans to sponsor students to study courses like English in Morocco, despite it being a French-speaking country. The federal government has deployed mining marshals to conduct intelligence gathering, monitor compliance and enforcement in the solid mineral sector. The mining marshals operations commander Atao Noja said the move is aimed at strengthening efforts to combat illegal mining activities. He maintains that the marshals are working with the Ministry of Solid Minerals Development on investigations, site inspections, fact-finding missions in states including Nasarawa and Plateau. The initiative, led by Minister Dele Alake and senior ministry officials, is also focused on improving regulatory compliance and environmental standards in mining communities. Meanwhile, gunmen suspected to be kidnappers have abducted one person and injured another in Oyo State. The attack occurred at Agoare in Okeogun area, where about 3 armed men reportedly carried out the operation. The victim, identified as Wasiu Aleshinloye, was taken away during the incident. The State Police Command confirmed the abduction, saying the case was reported at the Tede Division, noting the one person sustained injuries in the attack. And now to the foreign scene. Ghana has said it will evacuate about 300 of its citizens from South Africa following protests targeting foreign nationals. Foreign Minister Samuel Kuzeto Ablakwa said President John Mahama has approved their immediate evacuation after citizens registered at the Ghanaian embassy in Pretoria for assistance. He said the move follows what Ghana described as recent xenophobic attacks, though South African authorities have denied reports of attacks, saying viral videos were fake. South African President Ramaphosa has said the protests and violence against foreigners are isolated criminal acts, not government policy, while promising tighter migration controls. The Ghanaian embassy has advised its nationals to stay indoors, avoid public gatherings, and close businesses ahead of planned demonstrations. 22 people evacuated from a cruise ship following a hantavirus outbreak are set to leave isolation at a Liverpool hospital. The passengers and crew who were aboard the MV Hondius completed 72 hours of isolation at Arrow Park Hospital in Merseyside and will continue a 42-day home isolation period. They include 20 British nationals, a German resident in the UK, and a Japanese passenger. 10 additional passengers and crew are being flown in from Strait Helena and Ascension Islands as a precaution, with health officials saying the NHS is well prepared if any become unwell. UK health authorities also said those isolated so far remain healthy and asymptomatic, while further assessment will determine whether home isolation is suitable for all individuals. Iran has executed a man convicted of spying for Israel and a continuing crackdown on alleged espionage amid rising tensions. Judiciary identified the man as Ehsan Afreshte, saying he was trained by Israel's Mossad in Nepal and passed sensitive information to Israeli intelligence. He was arrested, tried for espionage and collaboration with Zionist regime and executed after his sentence was upheld by the Supreme Court. The execution is part of a wider wave of capital punishment in Iran since the escalation of conflict with Israel and the United States. And now talking sport, Nigeria has won a total of 16 medals at the 2026 African Cycling Para Track and Track Championships in Abuja. The hosts topped the medal table with 9 gold, 5 silver and 2 bronze at the Moshood Abiola National Stadium Velodrome. Egypt followed in second place with 14 medals, while Kenya placed third. South Africa and Algeria completed the top 5, and the competition featured over 100 cyclists from 8 countries, including elite riders from across Africa. Nigeria's strong performance has been praised by spectators, with athletes excelling in speed and endurance events throughout the championship. You can visit our website on www.dominion.org.ng to watch us live and interact with us. You can also follow us across our social media platforms on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, and LinkedIn at Dominion Broadcast, and next at Dominion Cast. And that ends the news update on Dominion Television. I am Anwoluwapo Ido. Thank you for watching.